Have you ever wondered why so many people who have everything, money, fame, status, still feel empty inside? Why do millionaires who can buy anything struggle to sleep at night? Why do billionaires who run empires still feel like beggars, begging, not for money, but for peace, for love, for meaning? Swami Vivekananda warned this more than 100 years ago. He said, "You may have the wealth of a billionaire, but if your soul is poor, you are the poorest man alive." We live in an age of material success and spiritual bankruptcy. We've built taller buildings, but shorter tempers. We have endless entertainment, yet we're bored within seconds. We scroll through millions of faces, yet feel more lonely than ever. And Swami Vivekananda saw this coming. He said, "Man is not mere money-making machine. His power lies not in gold, but in God within him." Think about this. What's the real difference between a beggar asking for food and a billionaire begging for peace? Both are empty. One's bowl is outside, the other's bowl is inside. One stretches his hand for bread, the other scrolls endlessly, travels endlessly, works endlessly, searching for something he can't name. And that's the tragedy of our generation. We've confused comfort with contentment. We've mistaken luxury for fulfillment. We are billionaires of convenience, but beggars of consciousness. When Swami Vivekananda visited America in 1893, he met the richest, most advanced society of that time, a nation that had everything: money, machines, and power. Yet he said, "The Western man has much to teach in material development, but he has much to learn in spirituality." He saw men with grand mansions, but no peace inside their hearts. He saw women with diamonds, but tears behind their smiles. He realized, external success without inner strength is just decoration over emptiness. And look around today. Nothing has changed. We have bigger homes, but smaller hearts, smarter phones, but weaker minds, more followers, but fewer real friends. Swami Vivekananda said, "It is not sin to be rich, but it is sin to forget the God within while chasing gold outside." We think money will free us, but often it enslaves us to our own ego. You can buy pleasure, but not purpose. You can buy fame, but not fulfillment. You can buy followers, but not true connection. That's why, despite billions, people are anxious, restless, and addicted to validation, to noise, to distraction. He warned, the moment man forgets his spiritual nature, he becomes a slave to things he created. And isn't that what's happening? We created technology, and now it controls us. We created money, and now it defines us. We created comfort, and now we're afraid of discomfort. We've become slaves, dressed as kings. Vivekananda said something deeply powerful. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest that divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. That is real wealth. When your mind obeys you, not the other way around. When your happiness is not rented from others, but owned within. When your peace cannot be stolen by praise or criticism. That's when you stop begging. He said, "Stand up, be strong, be pure, and the world will be at your feet." That's not arrogance. That's alignment with your inner truth. When you awaken that power, you can walk into any boardroom, any battlefield, any chaos, and still remain centered, calm, and unshaken. That's the real billionaire mindset. Not of possessions, but of presence. Let's be honest, today's success model is broken. We chase money for 25 years, then spend the next 25 years spending that money trying to buy back our health, our youth, and our peace. We think ambition is power, but as Vivekananda said, power comes not from desire, but from discipline of the mind. The modern billionaire has conquered the stock market, but lost the inner market of thought, focus, and peace. He knows how to grow companies, but not how to grow consciousness. He has 1,000 employees, but no inner employer, no soul commanding his direction. He wakes up to numbers, sleeps to notifications, and calls that life. Vivekananda's words cut through time. You are not this body, not this mind. You are the infinite soul. Forget that, and you live like a beggar in the palace of God. Success today must be redefined. Not how much you earn, but how peaceful you sleep. Not how big your house is, but how pure your heart is. Not how many people praise you, but how deeply you know yourself. Vivekananda said, "They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive." It's time to understand. Riches that don't help others rot within. Fame that feeds ego starves the soul. Growth that ignores goodness is cancer. If your life doesn't light up another life, you're not rich. You're just well decorated. In ancient India, kings were called Raja Rishis, kings who ruled outside, but were monks inside. They owned palaces yet slept in peace. They had wealth yet never identified with it. That's the balance Swami Vivekananda wanted the modern man to rediscover, to have everything, yet be attached to nothing. He said, "Be in the world, but not of it." That is true freedom. When you can enjoy a good car but not be controlled by it, own a business but not be owned by it, live in a mansion but still feel home in your heart, you've achieved what even billionaires crave. Once, a rich man came to a Zen master. He said, "Teach me the secret of peace." The master poured tea into his cup and kept pouring until it overflowed. The rich man shouted, "Stop! Can't you see the cup is full?" The master smiled and said, "Exactly. How can I pour peace into a cup already full of ego?" That's our world today. Everyone's cup is overflowing with noise, pride, and comparison. Yet we wonder why peace doesn't enter. Vivekananda said, "Empty yourself and let the God within speak." That's the secret. Empty the noise and the soul will fill the silence. When you stop begging for validation, you start becoming valuable. When you stop begging for love, you start becoming love itself. When you stop begging for peace, you start living in peace. Swami Vivekananda didn't just preach this, he lived it. He walked across India barefoot, yet carried the confidence of a king. Because his wealth was not in pockets, it was in purpose. He said, "You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself." That's the line every young person must tattoo on their soul. Because until you discover your inner divinity, you'll always feel like a beggar in life, no matter how much you own. So here's Vivekananda's message for the modern age. You can be rich, but be rooted. You can be ambitious, but be aware. You can be successful, but be soulful. Don't reject the world, rise above it. Don't run from wealth, purify it. Don't suppress desire, master it. He said, the greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Believe in yourself. That's not arrogance. That's divinity remembering itself. So the next time you feel you're chasing too much, pause. Ask yourself, am I rich or just restless? Because peace isn't the reward after success. Peace is the foundation of success. Maybe this video is your reminder to close your eyes for a few minutes every morning, breathe, and say, I already have everything I need. Because in that stillness, you'll hear the same voice Swami Vivekananda heard. The voice that says, arise, awake, and stop, not till the goal is reached. That goal isn't just success. It's awakening. Awakening from the illusion that you're poor when you're already divine. The real billionaire isn't the one with the biggest bank balance, but the one whose inner world is free, peaceful, and full of light. So ask yourself, are you collecting things or collecting peace? Are you living like a king outside, but a beggar inside? It's time to rise. It's time to remember who you truly are. Because once you awaken that truth, you'll never beg again. You'll only shine. Comment below. My soul is richer than gold. If this message touched your heart, share it, because someone you know may look rich, but be silently begging for peace.